Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and today we are taking a look at the Justice League from the DC Collectibles. DC Direct has changed their name to DC Collectibles. This is the DC Comics New 52 Batman action figure, and I'll be interrupting, as you can tell, my Memorial Day extravaganza little video series I have going on, as I am shooting this video right now. Sportsmaster's video is slowly uploading to YouTube, so by the time you've already watched Sportsmaster, this one is on, so I'll be uploading this right after Sportsmaster's video, but you won't know that till you get to this video. I just picked this up today, and I got a call from my comic book store, and that is Alter Ego Comics in Lima, Ohio. They're about 40 to 45 minutes away from me. I got a call yesterday that this figure had come in. I highly recommend going to Alter Ego. If you're not in the Ohio area, I'm going to put a link down here to Alter Ego Comics. And they have all types of action figures and statues and replicas. Just a great website. So if you're looking for action figures, statues, or busts from anything, be it Star Wars, Star Trek, James Bond, anime stuff, the list just goes on, and plus things like this. All of my Arkham City figures have come from DC Direct, have come from Alter Ego Comics. So a big thumbs up to Mark Boker and the guys at Alter Ego Comics. Subscribe to their channel. They review comics every Wednesday or Thursday when they come out. So great YouTube channel. I'm going to put that on a link here also, and then their website. Very much recommend it. Now on to the figure. Like I said, I'm interrupting my normal little series I had going on right here, just because I was very anxious to get this out of package. I thought, well, I'd get him out of package and set him on the shelf till after this little series is over, and I thought, nah, forget it, I'll just interrupt it. I've interrupted it before on this channel as I've been reviewing something and I have gotten something else in also. Plus, I picked up some of the new Batman Power Attack figures. I have one Robin, but that'll be after the series I'm currently running. That's a lot of talking, Rob. Why don't you just shut up and get to the thing that we're looking at? And that is Batman. Now, I did slip him out of the package from the box just so I can get the wire ties out, but I wanted you to be able to see the box. It's very much in the new 52, and their new logo is right there. At first, I wasn't real keen on DC Logo's newest logo, but I think it's actually growing on me the more that I see it. And we're in the digital age where you are, swiping and pulling things on your phone. So that's what that's supposed to represent there, is the peeling back of the D to show the C. And then the box art is in the same vein, the outside of the box. There's no lip here, it's just the painted in white. But you can see the silhouettes from the Justice League members there. And this is nice, real embossed and glossy. If you can show the top of it, it's kind of raised up here. You get a picture of Batman on the side of the action figure. It's sculpted by Jack Matthews. And in case you didn't know, this is based on the sketches and designs from Jim Lee. And this is one of the few times that this actually looks like a Jim Lee figure or drawing. You can open up the pages of Justice League comics and hold Batman right next to it and say, yeah, you could definitely tell that Jim Lee drew it, and the sculptor had picked up Jim Lee's nuances very well. You have a nice silhouette of Batman here, and I'm assuming to say that with each of the figures, when Superman comes out, there'll be a silhouette of Superman here, Aquaman, Cyborg, etc. The back of the package, well, I'll raise the camera up a little bit here, rather roughly. I don't know if the light is going to help here. Hopefully it doesn't blind out. It says, comic superstars Jeff Johns and Jim Lee make history. In a universe where superheroes are strange and new, Batman has discovered a dark evil that requires him to unite the world's greatest heroes. And you can see coming soon in June and July, we have Aquaman, and actually these are both in June. Last I'd heard they were June and July, but June's, which is actually this month right now, and the way that DC Collectibles / Direct runs, they always seem to run a month or two behind, so maybe it'll be the end of the month, because Batman was supposed to be out in May, and I got a call yesterday, so technically it was the last day of May, so he did come out in May. And then you can see the rest of the Justice League. The other figure that's not shown here is going to be a Parademon that's going to come with the Flash. And I believe everybody else is, I think, is getting paired up. I believe, unless Superman's going to come with Wonder Woman, or he may come with Cyborg. I don't know. As far as two figures being out at the same time. That's pretty much it. There's the We Can Be Heroes logo right there. And I'm trying to see even what that says here. It says joinwecanbeheroes.org. So it's raising money for Africa and a good cause there. So there's product information. You can go to dccomics.com, visit Comic Shop Locator, or call 1-888-COMIC-BOOK. So there you go. Enough talking, enough rambling. Let's slip him out. Like I said, there was tape here that I just cut off the top. He slides out pretty decent. And like I said, he was wire tied. I pulled those out. You can see, maybe turn this light off. You can see the other heroes in here: Aquaman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Flash, and Cyborg. Now, I am not planning on collecting this entire wave. As I've stated on the channel, I'm basically a Robin and Batman collector, although I am thinking about picking up a Wonder Woman to kind of go with my Justice League, and maybe a Cyborg. I haven't decided yet. But this is a great, great looking figure. Now we'll put the light on Batman, get him up on my base, and we'll get a better look at the Dark Knight. A fantastic looking figure. I was very, very happy and excited that DC Collectibles, that's going to be really hard to switch over. A couple things you learn in business. The first three things is location, 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 and your name. So you change your name, it's hard for people to know what you are. Anyway. Although DC Direct now is DC Collectibles, you go to dccomics.com and you can actually buy figures right from the website, so that's kind of cool. But I recommend Alter Ego Comics. They will hook you up. Again, their link is down below. But a fantastic sculpt on Batman. And like I said, you could definitely tell this is very much a Jim Lee sculpt. Jack Matthews is the sculptor that made these figures, and he did a phenomenal job in capturing Jim Lee's artwork. A lot of detail, and this is also the first figure from the New 52, and rightfully so, that it is Batman. Gone are the days of the trunks, although you could see some trunk line. Let's pull it out here a little bit so I'm not making everybody seasick. You can see a little bit of a trunk line, but gone are the days of the superheroes wearing their underwear on the outside. It only took them 75 years to know how to wear their underwear correctly. But with some figures, especially that have capes, they kind of chintz out on the detail work, but there is plenty of detail work still on the back of this figure. And that is something that DC Collectibles now has always been known for, is their great amount of detail. There is a peg hole if you have extra bases. Batman does not come, almost called him Superman. Batman does not come with a base whatsoever, no accessories. The only person in this, maybe two, only two people that are going to come with accessories. One for sure is going to be Aquaman, and Cyborg looks like he has other parts that you can pull off and on. Good amount of range of motion for Batman. The cape does hinder some of it a little bit, but the arms would be able to go around 360, so if you have a Green Lantern, a Flash, a Wonder Woman, Cyborg, anybody without a cape, the arm will be able to go all the way around. It's nice fluid movement too. It's got the nice hinge there on the arm, rotation of the bicep, no waist turn at all, legs up and down, and no boot articulation. So pretty standard amount of articulation. I've got Batman in a pose where it looks like you could probably put his fist inside his palm. I thought maybe you could, but apparently you can't. And a big reason, other than a couple reasons I got this figure: A, it's from the New 52, and it's good to have a good representation of what Batman looks like now. And the other big reason I really wanted this Batman is to go with my Damian. from the Batman Incorporated. And I hem-hawed for quite a while about getting the Batman Bruce Wayne Incorporated suit, and I'm glad I waited, because now I have Batman and Robin being able to stand together, and pretty much accurate for the New 52. Damian is one of the few costumes that I don't believe got changed at all, other than his cape is a lot longer and has a little bit more bird wings of spikes here on his cape. But other than that, these two will look very, very good together. If you have a Damian, I highly recommend, for nothing else, if you're collecting the Justice League, getting a New 52 Batman is going to be great, but he looks awesome standing next to Damian. And I always try and pair a Batman and a Robin together on my shelves. Speaking of Batman and Jim Lee and Damian, we'll move Damian out of the way here real quick. This is the other Jim Lee figure that I have. It is from the Hush, which I will be eventually reviewing the Hush line of figures. I only have Series 1. But this figure, I always liked this figure, but at the same time it seemed a little weird. I don't want to get too much into this figure. I want to save that review for later. But this one is clearly the superior figure, and you can tell he is a little bit larger than the Hush figure. And for a size comparison, here is the DCUC Batman, and also the DC Direct version is much bigger. And it kind of looks funny now after reading the comics for since September. We're approaching a year rather quickly here. We're into June, up to issue 9 on issues. And it seems funny to look at a Batman that has trunks again. I'm so used to reading him now without having the trunks that when I see this Batman on my shelf, I kind of laugh a little bit. I'm thinking, wow, I forgot what the trunks look like. Not that I didn't, but you know what I mean. So I'll move him out of the way, and I really want to bring up Damian again as, I get his hand on him. The little father and son there. That is very much how I'm going to have them standing on my shelf with my other DC Direct figures. Batman and Robin will be right in the forefront. So that is the big reason why I got this, and I'm so happy that they look really good. The scale is perfect for the two. Damian is the right height that he should be for Batman. So move Damian out of the way. But this is a great figure, and as of right now, I'm going to say this is probably my favorite Batman. I know I kind of do that with every Batman that comes out. The Arkham City Wave 3 Batman is coming out in September, and I know I'm going to say probably a lot of great things about that. But that's more in the Arkham-verse, universe, where it's kind of in the DC universe, but it kind of isn't at the same time. So getting an accurate Batman is how he's portrayed currently right now. I think this is bar none the best figure that's out there right now. Just a beautiful sculpted figure, and I will put this Batman up against any other Batman out there. The very cool thing I didn't point out is that the cape will be resting just right on the floor where it looks like Batman is standing there. And I always liked having a Batman cape that is actually longer than Batman himself, so you kind of have that nice flowing cape look. In the New 52, he does have these short, littler spikes on his cape too, which I think they're kind of cool too. I like the new reimagining of Batman. You can see the sculpting lines in the back of the cowl here. Just a great looking figure. We are getting from the DCUC All-Stars All-Star 2 the New 52 Batman and Superman also. So when I get that Batman, we'll review these two guys side by side and see who the winner will be. But right now, I believe this is the best way to go. If you are still looking for that perfect Batman to get, right here, this is the guy. And like I said, if you have a Damian, as a big Robin fan that I am, these two look great together. And I would have, if these two had been in a package together, I would have bought them hands down. So anyway, this is going to wrap it up for me. This has been Rob for Rob's Rogues, taking a look at the Batman Justice League from DC Collectibles. And as always, we'll see you guys next time.